Welcome to Mat Pilates class today. Let's go ahead and get started on your mat, laying back in a supine position. We're going to jump right into the 100, but first we're going to do a little bit of twisting through the spine. So right here we're just going to plant our feet on the floor and we're going to allow our knees to drop off to one side and begin to twist through the spine, lifting up and taking to the other way. Lifting and taking the other way. Good. In case you're feeling any tightness or you're beginning this in the morning before there's been too much movement, let's just go ahead and get that spine moving a little bit. One more to each side. And lift and off to the left. Good. From here, let's go ahead and pull those knees in towards the chest. And we're just going to rock the knees forward and out. Right here. Just lengthening a little bit through the spine. Good, and then hugging the knees, we're going to do a little rock from side to side, which is a great way to give yourself a little back massage. And the area of the back that you're massaging or pressing into will change with where your legs are positioned. So if you reach your legs further away, you can feel that rocking through your spine in a different place. If you pull in, you can feel it going a little bit higher. And then you're getting a little bit higher in your upper back if you come into a tight ball. Pulling back and forth. Good. First, we're going to go into the 100. Now, we're going to do 5 breath patterns here rather than doing the full 10 for the 100, because then we're going to integrate the roll-up into our 100 exercise. So we'll float the legs up into tabletop. We're going to peel up head, neck, and shoulders and take knee leg position either to 90 or out to 45. Let's inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. From here, we're going to lower the legs and we're going to peel up into the roll up, reach it forward, and then we're going to maintain the C curve and roll back down until our shoulder blades hit the mat, and then lift the legs back up. Turn the arms. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower legs and roll forward. And then C curving through the spine. Bring it back. Float the legs up. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower legs and roll up. Rolling back down to those shoulder blades. Lifting up the legs. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's take 2 more just like this. And rolling back. Float the legs up. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower the legs. Roll up forward. Feel that engagement in the core. And roll back down. Let's count for inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw the knees in towards the chest. And give a little rock from side to side. Now we're going to do just a couple of roll-ups. And then we're going to go into the neck pull, which is really an advanced version of the roll-up. So if you're struggling with a neck pull, come right back to the roll-up. Here we're going to lengthen out our legs long on the mat, bringing the arms up to frame the face. Inhale to prepare. On the exhale, tuck the chin forward, and it's like you're being pulled by the reins of a horse. Maintain that C curve. Reach it over. Good. Now we're going to lift up, stack up tall through the spine. Feel your vertebrae rolling up into a straight line. And then from here, we're going to C curve, so feel like you're hollowing out and roll down one vertebrae at a time. Okay, let's roll up again. And if you're struggling with the advancement in the neck pull, come right back here to this roll up, stacking up tall. From here, go ahead and actively flex through the feet. That can help you with the roll-up as well as the neck pull. And we want our feet to be about hip distance apart. We're going to take the hands behind the head, elbows out wide. From here, we're going to fold forward, bringing those elbows down towards the legs. And then stack up tall through the spine. And then we're gonna roll back. So first we'll start with a C curve. We're gonna C curve through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. You can find how this is much more challenging to control with the hands behind the head. Inhaling to prepare. On the exhale, roll forward, try to stabilize those feet and come the whole way forward. Elbows coming down and stack up tall through the spine. Okay, from here, we're gonna add in a hinge back. So rather than just C curving back, we're gonna try to keep our spine straight for a little bit and then roll through the spine and bring it down. Inhale to prepare, exhale. And stack up tall through the spine. Again, hinge back. And then roll it back. Try to have as much control as you can. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lifting up and forward and stacking up. Again, if you find this too challenging, you feel like you just can't roll through it, take your arms out here and up, the same way that you do in the roll up. And then when you come up to the top through the roll up, just bring the hands behind the head and tuck forward, come back up, and then just go right back into your roll up, okay? You can also bend through the legs and go as far as you can, and then lift up and curve forward. So rather than coming the whole way down to the mat, we'll just roll back here and then lift forward with either bent or straight legs. So if you can't get that whole roll back and up, then just stay here, choose some of these options. Or if you're doing great with the roll up, just keep the roll up arms and add in the hands behind the head and pulling forward. Good, let's continue here. Now one thing, this is called the neck pull, but it's not because we are tugging on the neck to get up right here, okay? So we're working through the abdominals, but then we're stretching the neck forward, and then we're pulling, lifting the neck up long at the top. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, rolling down with control. Oh, I forgot the hinge back there. Inhale to prepare, and exhale. Bringing it forward, and pull the neck up long and tall. Hinge back. And roll through the spine. Lengthen. Inhale to prepare and exhale. And lift up tall. Think about pulling and lifting that neck up tall. Here, let's take one more. Good. So really on that inhalation, we exhale as we come forward, and then we inhale as we lift, lift, lift. Grow nice and tall. We're thinking about that neck pulling longer here at the top. Well done. Next, we're going to combine the single leg circle with a single straight leg stretch. So let's go ahead and roll down onto our mat. We're going to float one knee up into tabletop. And we're going to think about rooting through this left heel and left hip. We want to be stable through the pelvis while we rotate through the hips here. So we're going to extend the right leg long, and we're going to circle down, around and up for 2, 3, stabilize through the hips, 4, you can plant your hands to help you, and 5. Let's take to the outside now, down, around, and up, 2, 3, 4, good, and 5, lifting up tall. From here, peel up head, neck, and shoulders, grab on somewhere between the knee and the ankle right here, and then point that toe and float the standing leg up. From here, we're going to switch for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hold the left leg, lower down the right. Let the left leg remain at 90 degrees, and we're going to go into circles for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Other direction to the outside, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Peel up head, neck, and shoulders. Grab onto that leg, float the bottom leg, and we're going to switch for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold the right leg, lower the left, lower down the body, and go into those circles for 5, to the inside, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other direction, external rotation for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hover that leg, reach up and grab, float the bottom leg and switch for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that bottom leg, root it down, and let that leg come up to 90 degrees. Circle for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other direction for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Peel up head, neck, and shoulders. Float that leg. We're going to do that all again on each leg. Switch 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that leg, lower down the bottom. Circle for 5, 4, 3, 2. Point through that toe, articulate through the leg. And the other way for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Peel up head, neck, and shoulders. Float that bottom leg. Switch for 5, 4, 3. Steady pelvis. 2, and 1. Lower the bottom leg. Leg up to 90 degrees, straight out of the hip. Circle 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Floating reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Peel up head, neck, and shoulders. Float the leg and switch here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Stretch that hamstring. 1. Draw the legs up and together. Bend through the knees and come on down. And hug those knees and give a little rock from side to side. Let's go ahead and place the palms of the feet together and open up here through the hips. Good. Let those knees naturally stretch down towards the floor. Neutral pelvis here. You don't have to force the knees down. You may look like this. That's a-okay. Your knees may be much more flat to the ground. We're just going to hold it where it's at and stretch for a couple minutes. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth, or a couple breaths anyway. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Good. Go ahead and bring those knees in. Let the knees splay together, feet coming out wider than the hips. And we'll just sit here and give it a moment for 3 breaths. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. One more. Inhaling through the nose. And exhaling through the mouth. All right, we're going to continue to work through those abdominals and get through some spinal articulation and all kinds of fun things. We're going to go next into the roll over. So now that our hamstrings are a little bit more stretched out, we're going to float the legs up into tabletop. We're going to reach them out. Legs are zipped together, toes are pointed, and we're going to roll up and over. Weight is on the shoulder blades, not the head. From here, flex through the feet. Take the legs hip distance apart and roll down through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Point through the toes, zip the legs together, roll over. And we want to exhale while we're rolling down and while we're rolling over. Point through the toes, 45 degrees, zip back together. Exhale. Inhale, separate, flex. Exhale, roll down. Let's take one more. Point through the toes, zip together. Now separate, flex, roll down one vertebrae at a time. Good. From here, we're going to let the legs come to 45 degrees. We're going to teaser up here. I'm going to give you another option if the teaser's not happening. Just use momentum to sweep the legs down and lift up with the body. Let the legs, as they're coming down, help you lift your body up. Otherwise, if you'd like to teaser to transition, we'll inhale to prepare, keeping the legs out towards 45 degrees. We'll exhale, tuck the chin towards the chest, roll up, lift the chest tall into Caesar. Go ahead and lower down through the legs with control. If that's not happening, just fold up the way I showed you first. Take the arms out back. Fingertips are pointing forward towards your toes. You got this bend through the elbow here, and we're going to lift into the leg pull up. So right here, we're going to think about rooting through our heels, not letting our legs splay out to the side, but we want to keep the top of the feet pointing up towards the ceiling rather than rotating out. We're going to come back and lift up here to the leg pull up. So we're in this reverse lunge, and we're going to shift the weight back and forth between the feet if you're more at a beginner level, or you can just hold right here. If you're more intermediate or advanced, lift that leg for 3, 2, 1, switching legs, 3, 2, try to keep that foot in place, 1, without rolling out, bring it back down, good, sitting up tall, and then roll back down to a supine position on the back. We're going to tuck the knees in, take the legs out, and go out into a jackknife, inhaling to prepare, exhale, roll up, into the rollover, keep the hands planted, reach up tall, and then roll down through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Legs coming back out. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, peel up and over. Press into that jackknife. Roll down through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. You can feel those triceps working a whole lot here. Good. Press. Roll it down. And back out. And one more. Press and lift up. Keep the weight to the shoulder blades. Resist letting it float out to your head. Good. Now we're going to do the rollover again. But here, we're going to take the legs hip distance apart. Point through the toes on the way over. Now bring the legs together, zip them in, flex through the heels, and roll down. So we're just reversing that feet position. Point through the toes, hip distance apart, roll over. Draw the legs in, flex through the heels, roll down one vertebrae at a time, out to 45 degrees. Separate the legs, zip them together, flex through the heels. So as we roll over, the toes are pointed, and on the way down, the heels are flexed. Draw in, and roll down. Let's take one more. Point through the toes, hip distance apart. Zip together, flex, and roll down. Let the legs come out. Arms lift up. Let's teaser up. Tall through the chest. Lower down the legs. Take the fingers pointing forward, hands back behind, leg pull up. We're going to lift up into that plank. We're going to lift for 3, 2, 1. Switch legs for 3, 2, 1. Ooh, bring it down. Sit it up tall. Stretch forward away on those fingertips. And then we're going to roll down one vertebrae at a time. And we're going to pull the knees up and into the jackknife. Reach the legs out of the way. Exhale, roll over and lift. Press tall. Roll down, articulating through the spine. Legs coming back out to 45 degrees. And again, let's take 3 more jackknives. Two more. Less talking for me right now, and more sweating. 45 degrees. Let's go ahead and tease her up. Lower down the legs and stretch forward. Okay, we're gonna go next into some kneeling side leg. So we're gonna come up here. Our right knee is gonna be underneath the hip. Left leg is the working leg extended. We're gonna take this arm out underneath our shoulder, fingertips facing out. Right here, we're gonna lift and lower the working leg. So we're gonna go for 5, 4, keep that chest open, 3, don't collapse it down, 2, and 1. Hold the leg up. We're gonna hold this part of our leg steady and we're gonna bend back, curl that leg in, extend out straight. For 4, 3, 2, hold that leg steady, and 1. Leg comes out, tiny circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up tall, legs come together. Switch the legs, other leg coming out. Full down, hand can come to the waist or behind the head, whichever feels comfortable here. We're gonna lift and lower. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up, bend in. 4, 3, feel your glutes. 2, and 1. Tiny circles for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up. Let's repeat that all. Leg coming out. Fold it down. Lift and lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Bend it in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tiny circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift it up tall. We've got the other side to do. Aren't you glad you have two sides? Lift and lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up, bend it in. 5, extend. 4, 3, reach out long. 2, 1. Tiny circles for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit it up tall. Next, we're going to go into something that will feel quite nice. We're going to come down into a mermaid sit position. So we've got one leg stacked over top of the other. And from here, we're going to go ahead and reach out. So we're going to reach out to the side, stretching up and over. Think about pulling out of the hip, up and over, lift up tall, and reach in the other direction. Feels so nice. Again, lifting up tall and reaching the other way. Two more here. And then we're going to lift into the side bend and continue working through the side body. Reaching up and over. From here, we'll plant that hand, fingertips pointing away. It's roughly underneath the shoulder. We're going to extend the legs out. So top leg coming to the front. And we're going to lift up into that side plank. Now we're going to inhale as we rainbow reach over and exhale, lower the hip towards the mat. Lifting up, inhale, gaze towards the hand. Exhale, gaze coming down the opposite direction. Inhale and exhale. Two more. Last one. Moving with so much intention here, brain down. Good, now we're going to take those legs and reverse in the other direction here. Stacking one knee over top of the other. We're going to mermaid stretch. Good. Reaching up and over. more here. Enjoy that stretch. Reach the hand out long. Extend the legs, top leg in front. Lift up tall to that side plank and reach over. Exhale, lowering down the hip. Keep hip stacked over top of hip and shoulder over shoulder. Lift through that side body. 2 more. Last one. Lower it down. All right, bringing it down for a couple of exercises from our side kick series. We're gonna go ahead and lie down here. We're gonna keep the chest nice and open, shoulder stacked over shoulder. We're gonna lift through the side body, and we're gonna take our legs from a straight line towards 45 degrees or towards the corner of our mat. We're gonna keep this nice, open and lifted. Don't get lazy and droop and sag. Keep the rib cage lifted and supported. We're gonna take the front leg and we'll go into, or the top leg here, and we're gonna go into the hot potato. So we're gonna tap to the front, lift up tall, tap back behind, lift up tall. Good. And 3, 4, hand down for support right here, and 5. Good, lift it up here, reach up to the foot, see if you can grab on and stretch, breathing deeply for just a moment. And we're gonna go into small scissors and large scissors. So lower that leg down. We're gonna bring our legs back into a straight line. We're gonna float both of the legs off the mat, and we're gonna take tiny scissor sweeps right here. Just back and forth. Try to stabilize and balance on that hip bone right here. Good, nice steady flow of breath. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Don't kick yourself like I just did. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Good, zip those legs together. We're gonna reach the arm out long, lower down the head, and we're gonna lift into big scissors. So now we're gonna sweep the legs out much wider and switch. Stabilize, find that balance. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Zip the legs together, lower it down. We're gonna lift up and switch to the other side. Lowering down, legs coming out, supporting the head on the hand right here, stabilizing through the hand. Lift those legs and take them to a 45-degree angle towards the corner of your mat. We're going into the hot potato first. Lift and behind and lift. Front, lift, back, and lift. 3, 4, and 5. Lift it up, hold it. See if you can reach up and grab a hold of that leg. Feel that stretch. You can stabilize the bottom leg by flexing. Good, and lower down here. Legs come to a center line. We're going into those small scissors, float the legs, and scissor switch back and forth. Good, zip the legs together, lower down, arm comes out straight, head comes down to the bicep. We're gonna take big scissors here, switching back and forth, stabilizing through that hip, try to control and lift up out of the side body. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Because those have a nice slow pace, I inhale as I take one leg forward and exhale as I switch on those. Good, stretching out. Go ahead and roll onto the
stomach, reach the arms out long and the feet out long. And just melt into the mat for a moment. Good, let's work a little bit through the spine. We're going to go into the spine stretch and the spine twist. Bring the legs out through, sitting up nice and tall out of the hips, shoulders stacked over the hips. We're going to take the feet hip distance apart, arms come out. We'll inhale to prepare, exhale, reach up and over, and inhale, stacking up through the spine. Exhale, reach up and over as if you're coming over top of a soccer ball, and lifting up tall for 3, 4, and 5. Articulate that spine as you lift up 1 vertebrae at a time, growing tall. Legs zip together, arms come wide, spine twist. We're going to anchor down, secure the hips, secure the feet. Don't let them shift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, return. Exhale, twist. Inhale, return. Let's go into a double pulse. Twist, twist, return. Exhale, exhale, return. Keep it going. Exhale, exhale, inhale, return. Exhale, exhale, inhale, return. Let's take 2 more sets. Returning. If you find those really challenging, you can add a bend through your legs. If you're a little tight in your hamstrings or low back, it may be really difficult to sit up straight. Better to have a bend in the legs and really keep that twist where you want it and that reach and stack where you want it than to be drooping through the spine. Okay, we're going to get into some of our prone work. So we're going to come forward onto the stomach. We'll go into the swan dive and then double leg kick. Right here, we're going to lift up into our plank and we're going to lower down slowly down to the mat. Now take those hands, much like in a push-up position, we want them to be underneath the armpits right here, and we're going to roll up 1 vertebrae at a time, keeping a nice rounding through the spine. What we definitely don't want in a swan is to push ourselves into any kind of angle right there, and we don't want to lift the hips up. See people trying to lift the hips up quite a lot. You need that pubic bone to be pushing into the mat. So if you're lifted up like this, you can't dive forward, you're just going to drop and flop. Okay, so we're going to think about pressing that pubic bone into the mat, right? So see the difference here with the glutes. Pressing in right there. And we're going to lift up, roll through the spine 1 vertebrae at a time, being sure that we're keeping our shoulders pulled down and away, and our neck is nice and long like a swan, and our shoulders are not coming up towards our ears. Nice long swine neck. I'm making a whole lot of sense, right? So from here, we're going to reach the neck from one side to center to the other side. Good, we're just warming up and stretching through the back. And then I want you to bring it down nice and slowly, like we're melting down, articulating through the spine 1 vertebrae at a time. But rather than being in a supine position where we feel it fold into the mat, we're feeling it melt forward this way. And again, peel up 1 vertebrae at a time, lifting up tall and melting down. I'm going to show you a couple of variations and options going into the swan dive and then the full swan dive, lifting up. Now in the swan dive, I prefer to keep my feet about mat width apart, so they're coming out into an A shape. Now when you begin to dive, you're going to exhale as you roll forward. Your hands will lift so you can roll forward and your legs will follow and flow with you. So you can do this with your hands down to start. You can exhale, let the air roll out as you roll forward and lift the legs. You can start a diving progression by simply pulling the elbows up as you dive forward and then planting them to come back up. You can make it more challenging by taking them straight out. You're going to dive forward a whole lot more, and you can continue that motion by taking the arms from front to side to keep that motion going. Let's go ahead and dive. Two more. And press
rest pose. When you're starting the progression of the Swan Dive, do as many as feels comfortable for you. The more flexible you get through the spine, the more you'll be able to extend that exercise and challenge yourself and make it harder. Good, reaching back. Next, we're coming back out, slowly lower down. We're going to take the hands, interlace the fingers, palms up towards the sky at the low of your back. Take the head off to one side, zip the legs together, float them off your mat. They're going to remain floating. We're going to inhale, turn those palms, reach them past your bum, and exhale, turn and lower down, kick the legs in for 3, 2, 1. Lift up, stretch and open through the spine, and exhale, inhale, lift. One more each side. Lower the legs. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Press back into rest pose once more. Anytime that we have extension where our spine is curling up like this, it's a great idea to come back into rest pose following that movement. Couple more exercises for this session. We're going to next go into some bridging. So we'll go ahead and take the legs forward and through. And right here, we're going to pay close attention to our legs and feet. So we want our knees to be parallel with the hips. We want our toes to be facing forward. I know that mine tend to creep out like this. We don't want to get so far that the knees start to splay out. So if you focus on keeping those knees in line with the hips, and trying to find that second toe facing forward with the feet. Let's go ahead and scoot the glutes in a little bit closer and roll it down. Placing the palms down towards the mat, we're going to go into shoulder bridge prep first. Let's first just roll through our bridge a couple of times to feel that articulation rolling through our spine. So right here, we're going to tip the pubic bone forward out of neutral, low back presses into the mat. And from here, leading with the pubic bone, we're going to peel the spine up into bridge, full bridge with the knees in a straight line down to the shoulders. My shirt's making it look weird. We're not flaring the rib cage here. So right here, straight line down, and then we're going to melt down the vertebrae of the spine one at a time. Release back to neutral pelvis. So feel that shift in the pelvis. Low back imprints, presses into the mat. Pubic bone tips forward, peel up one vertebrae at a time, and melt down. Inhale, release the pelvis. Exhale, imprint and peel up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale at the top, and exhale, peeling down one vertebrae at a time. Good, now we're going to peel up and go into shoulder bridge prep. Adjust your feet if you need to. Peeling up. We're going to take the right leg, it's going to lift in a tabletop position and lower down for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Plant the foot, other leg, steady the hips for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant the foot, roll down evenly one vertebrae at a time. So you may find your pelvis starting to shift. Try to keep it nice and level and at least reset after each leg. Let's peel up again, and we're going to do 5 on each leg one more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, other side for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll down one vertebrae at a time. Next, we're going into the full shoulder bridge. If it feels like too much, come back into the shoulder bridge prep that we've just done. Peel up. We're going to lift one leg to tabletop, extend it straight out. Flex the heel, bring it down, point, lift it up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend it down, switch the legs, straighten out, flex down, point up. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bend it in, roll it down. Good. We're gonna do the shoulder bridge again. 3 on each leg this time. Peel up, one leg lifts, point it up, flex and lift. 2 and 3. Bend it down, reset other leg. Flex and point for 2 and 3. Bring it down, roll down through the spine. If you'd like to come with me here into a full bridge, rather than being on the shoulder blades, we'll peel up into a full bridge. We're gonna take those hands back behind, so your fingertips are gonna face in towards your shoulders. We'll inhale to prepare, and exhale. Peel up into that bridge. Now, tuck your chin in, lower the head, and roll down 1 vertebrae at a time with control, rather than just dropping out of it, okay? You may find that you need to take your feet a little bit wider here, or you might be comfortable just where you were. Again, lifting up, press out of your arms, and roll back in. If you pull the knees into the chest, rock from side to side. Take the neck off to one direction, and the other way. And if you're getting through this class and thinking, what the heck is this? I cannot do this. Go check out my beginner level, and also some breakdowns of the exercises where I teach how to take from beginner to intermediate to advanced levels. Okay. Otherwise, do the best that you can where you are, and advance as you move forward. Okay, moving into our leg pull down. We want to be in a plank position. So we're going to walk our knees back beyond our hips, press them out straight, coming into our nice plank. We're going to lift up the left leg here, and we're going to lift forward onto a right toe, and then flex back through the heel. 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch the feet, extend. Go forward and back. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switch the feet. Forward and back. 5, 4, 3. Feel that weight come over your wrist. 2, and 1. Make sure that you're pressing out your wrists and not sinking your shoulders in, okay? And 5 more. Switching legs. 3, 2, and 1. Leg down, drop to the knees. From here, we're going to turn the wrists over, palms are facing up, and stretch back and away, let a comfortable stretch through the wrists. Final exercise of the day is the push-ups. Right here, we're going to tuck those toes under. We're going to stand up and press straight through these hamstrings. Let's fold forward and stretch them out. We want them to be nice and loose as we're moving through so that we can plant our hands on the floor for the push-up. If you roll down and can't touch down to the floor, give a gentle bend to the legs until you can. From here, we're going to roll up through the spine, 1 vertebrae at a time. Arms circle up and reach towards the sky. Palms face down, chin tucks in. Roll down through the spine, 1 vertebrae at a time. Plant the hands, and we're going to walk out for 1, 2, 3, and together 4. Now let's push up for 5 here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send the hips up, scoop in and up. Stabilize here and walk back. 5, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Roll up through the spine. Make these nice and precise. Try to keep that pelvis nice and stable, and that happens by pulling in and up through the core. Fold down, plant the hands. Let's walk out with the left hand for 1, 2, 3, and together 5 push-ups, or you can take 1 or 3. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull in and up, walk back. 1, 2, 3. Hands come together, roll up through the spine. Lifting tall. If you've done 5 push-ups, we're going to do 5 one more time. Roll down, plant the hands with control. Reach out, feel that first each time. Let's come out now to 3 push-ups at the bottom. Roll down. Left hand walks out. 1, 2, 3. Hands together. Lower 3, 2, 1. Draw up and in. Left hand walks back in. 1, 2, 3. Together. And roll up through the spine. Let's do 2 more with 3 push-ups. Rolling out. Walk out. 1, 2, 3. Together. And 3 push-ups. Walk back in. 1. Stabilize the hips. Mine are starting to sway. Lift up tall. Roll down. 1 final time for 3 push-ups. 1, 2, 3. 3 push-ups. Lift up. Draw in. 1, 2, 3. Roll up tall. Lift up to the sky. Bring it down. Good. Now roll down once more. Fold in forward and stretch. Good. Drop down to the knees. Right here, turn your palms facing up towards the ceiling. Lower the head down. Reach the fingertips away. And breathe deeply. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. You did an excellent job today, moving and being mindful, being cued into your body, and being precise in all of your movement. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for joining me today for this Mat Pilates class.